you're good. Good evening my viewers. I hope you're good. Mmeshinda vizuri. Mmeshinda vizuri. Huyu ni mama wa Biro, yule wa Githurai 44. Hope your Tuesday it was a good one. Mine too, it was a good one. I'm here. I want us to talk about skilled labor jobs. Skilled labor jobs, yeah? That is what I want us to talk about. Skilled and semi-skilled labor jobs. Jobs that you can start without a lot of capital. Jobs that you can do without a lot of heavy education background, and then you can still make good money. You can start small and then you grow. Those are the types of jobs I want us to discuss today. Number one on the list, we have can work in a bakery. I've seen people who started small and right now they have become big employers. They're employing people, they have big factories, they have big companies, they have big landscaping companies, but they started small. And maybe most of the time, some of them when they were starting those jobs, they were being told those are funny and odd jobs they are doing. Most of the people, they call them odd jobs, but you make good money from odd jobs, and I'm one of them. When I started my company, that is 50's Bureau, it's a placement agency for domestic workers. I even remember one of my brothers told me that, what kind of work is this you're doing? You have to stop, you have to go look for a job. How do you tell me to look? And I was like, how do you tell me to look for a job? Yes, I'm still working and I'm making money. It was like he was even ashamed of what I was doing by then when I was starting. That is 4 years ago. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have anything when I started. Usiona mtu amechotwa, like umechotwa. Nilikuwa nimechotwa. I didn't have anything. I had to start from scratch. And that is what I want us to share with people today. So, number one on the list, baking. And I wanted to say, these jobs you can start by being employed. You go and learn skills when you're being employed. You start small, then you start your own business, and then it grows, you build it until it becomes a good establishment. That is my aim of the video today. I want to enlighten you on how to start these businesses, and then you can grow, or you can grow as an employee. From a simple employee, from a casual worker, up to the level of a manager. But to go to the level of a manager, you have also to improve your education. Kama ulikuwa mtu ya form 4, you have to go back to school when you're still working. You have to do those online courses. You have to go do part-time courses so that you may be able to grow. Bakery. You can start up a bakery. Just start small. I've seen people who have started. Nunua ile jiko. You buy the jiko, the one like the ones we buy at Kariako. Not Kariako, Jua Kali. The charcoal burners. You go start making your own quick cakes. If you don't know how to do it, start by being employed by somebody. You go get employed by a company that is doing that, like those sides of light industries. You go get employed. You learn the skills when you're working. Once you learn the skills, then you go and start yours. It will require small capital, but if you have that skill, you don't have to go get employed by somebody. You can start your own, because like starting a bakery, and you start with something like queen cakes or donuts, or the mandazi, the packed mandazi. You know, the packed mandazi even don't need an oven. The only thing you need is a big chiko and a big deep frying pan, flour, and the ingredients, and then you start and packaging. You do good packaging and do good labeling. And you don't have to start big by supplying those big supermarkets. Start with the shops near you. Kama unaishi Kibera, you know, Kibera, there are so many small shops. So if every small shop you drop two packets of your queen cakes or your mandazi or your pastry items, how many are you going to sell in a day? A lot. You start there, you grow your business, you grow your clientele, and then until you're good. So that is one of the skilled, and starting a bakery of your own. You don't need a big, you can even start at your home. Your own house where you sleep. Pale ghetto penye unalala, you can start that business there. You don't have to have a big go down, a big business premises, because rent is very expensive. Where you're living, you can start that business, and then you start growing small, slowly, until that time you will have good wings, you'll have big capacity. Then from there you can improve on your machinery, you can improve on your production, and then you grow. So that is a good job you can start. And even when you're employed, I've seen people advertise for jobs. They're looking for people to work in those small bakeries, the local ones. You find they say they hire somebody for 500 shillings in a day. That is around is it $50? No, not $50, around $5 in a day. You get hired to do that. 500 Kenyan shillings in a day. $1 is 100, so that is $5 in a day, and that is still good money, because it's better that than staying unemployed. You see, there are so many youths out there, so many people, they have become jobless and they have become desperate. Some go to the villages and they're just drinking. They just get into drugs because you don't know where to start. That is why I want to enlighten you that there are so many things you can do. You don't require degrees, diplomas, and those masters. Remember the jobs that I posted yesterday? They are for the learned people. And I gave you sites where to apply for those jobs. Now today I want to deal with the semi-skilled labor and the skilled labor. Ile kazi ya mkono you can do. That is what I want us to deal with today. You can carpentry work. If you go along these roads, even the big highways, you will see it just needs some creativity. You'll see so many workshops. Those workshops, they need people. They need people to straighten the woods, to make beds, to make sofas. Guys who can do upholstery, what is it called? Upholstery. Sometimes English, sometimes English. So, guys who can do, yani ile kutengeneza vitambaa, woodwork. A lot of woodwork is done there. You can go start there. You start by learning. Even people who paint those beds and those sofa sets and those dining tables, they don't require a lot of education. It's just your willingness to work. Some of them are even willing to train you. Actually, what I've learned that most of these workshops, the ones that deal with carpet, even the ones that make coffins, I'm talking about coffins. If you go to Huruma John Saga, there's a big crowd. There's so many showrooms for markets. Those people can give you for coffins. And it's just simple woodwork, and a little bit of art in it. It's put in it, and then beautiful things are made. And you find that most of the owners of these workshops, they all started small. They did not go to school for carpentry. They were trained as interns. If you approach them, some of them are willing to train you as intern, train you as they pay you. You're earning and you're getting training. Imagine you're not paying school fees. You're being trained to do that thing. If I were you and I'm jobless right now, I would look for a place where I can get trained for a job, and yet I'm not paying school fees for that. Those people that are not asking me for those documents, for like, umefika shule wapi? Do you have a degree in it? Do you have a diploma? No, they are telling you right now we need somebody we can train on how to paint dining tables, on how to make dining tables, on how to make sofa sets. Go and get trained. You get trained and you learn. Then you grow. Just like I said in the bakeries, you learn. Once you learn, when the skill, the good thing with skills are in your hands. It is in your hands. Once you get it, nobody can remove it from your hands. That's the good thing about a skill. It's not like a degree. It's not like a diploma. You see, something like nursing, you have to go to school for so many years and practice a lot until you become perfect. You see, for a surgeon, before that person operates somebody on the theater table, it takes him so many years in school, a lot of education. They pay a lot of school fees until that day he's able to operate somebody on the operation table. But something like carpentry, even there's another one, kazi ya mjei, mentions, and that is going to be my number 3 on the list. Mjengo, fundi wa mawe. I've seen so many young people, and I'm telling you, you see those fundis you see on the sites, it's only 20% who went to a school of to run their course. Most of them, they learn it on the ground. Unaanza, you start by being a fundi wa mjengo, jamaa wa koroga, watu wa mjei. Like you're told, kuna squad fulani, we need like 20 people. There's an upcoming construction. You go there, you start by lifting and carrying stones all the way up. Then from there, once they see you're good, they'll start introducing on how to mix concrete. You learn. You're being given a course and yet you're being paid daily. And one thing I like about mjei work, you're paid on daily basis. You go home with your money. You go to work in the morning, in the evening you go with your money. But some other constructions, they pay on weekly basis. Can you imagine? Weekly basis, you go with your money, you go do your stuff. So some of them, they learn like that until they are good. Once they are good, then they start making their own money. Once ametoka kwa concrete mixing, they start on laying foundations and laying bricks. Once he is good, he becomes an assistant to the fundi, the one who is laying bricks. Once he perfects until he's okay. Then from there he becomes a real fundi, a real bricklayer. He'll be laying bricks. That's a very good. And when it comes to construction, there is variety of jobs. Number 1, we said carpentry. Number 2, we said mentions. We said concrete work, slabbing works. There is interior design works. You just learn. Those are jobs that you can learn. And you just look at it, look at what somebody is doing, and then you learn. Even tile fixing. The guys they will tell you, I did not go to any school to be taught on how to fix tiles. But right now, when they ask for professionals, I'm number 1 there. I'm the person that they call. Even the people know, this one is fundi wa tiles. This one is fundi wa mawe. This one is fundi wa concrete. This one is fundi wa mbao. So my friends, you don't have to lay there saying that in Kenya we don't have jobs. There are no jobs. You're just disturbing your parents at home. You're just staying there. They took you to school. They took you to school up to Form 4. And they did not manage to take you a step further. You are the one who should grow yourself. You're the one who should take yourself a step further. One thing I appreciate house help so much. I've met so many house helps who come to me and they tell me, my parents could not afford to take me to college, but I want you to get me a job. Once I get that job, I'll work for around 2 to 3 years. I save until I get enough money to go back to school and enhance myself. I want to do a baking course, a bakery course. I want to do a dressmaking course. I want to do beauty course, so that one day I'll start my own business. So even for young men out there, you don't have to stay there and then say my parents did not. Self-pity is something that is destroying our young African men nowadays. They're being destroyed by something called self-pity. Self-pity as in, I'm just there, I was left there, I cannot move. You have to move. And the reason that I made this video today, it's because on my inbox, nowadays I'm getting so many young men willing to work. They don't know where to start. They're telling me, I want any job. And that is why I decided today I'm going to make this video targeting young men who are willing to work. I'll tell you on those places. We'll go step by step. And today I'm just highlighting. Then another day I'll tell you on where you can look for these jobs, where you can get these places where they have carpenters, where you can get MJE jobs, where you can be hooked up for these jobs. I'm going to show you. So today I'm just highlighting Then once after I highlight, I'll tell you top bakeries where you can go look for a job, even if it is as an intern. Even if you start small as a cleaner, then you start growing from there. And believe me, if you give yourself around 5 years and you want to have your own bakery, you can make it. You want to have your own workshop, you can make it. You want to be a professional tile fixer. Let me tell you, there's nothing good like a job whereby you're not buying any materials. You're not buying any stock. The boss who is going to pay you has his own stock. He's just paying you for labor. Those are the best jobs that you can do, because once you're paid, that is your money. You don't have to go back and pay your suppliers. The boss has already paid his own suppliers. If it is stones, if it is ballast, if it is concrete, tiles, and all that, they have already paid. You see, jobs like carpentry jobs, the boss is going to give you a down payment to buy materials. You'll tell him, I need these types of clothes, I need these types of woods, I would need these types of nails, I need these types of. So you write a quotation for that person. Then that person is going to give you a down payment so that you can do his work. Then once you've delivered, they pay you the labor. That's the best thing. A boda rider. I've seen young men start as boda riders, and 2 years down the line, that person has a vist. She has a pro box. You see, the other day I saw a song of Jama Wanduthi. They're saying, God help us to work. So that today we are driving, we are riding bodas. But tomorrow we'll have our own vist, and the other day I'll have my own Range Rover. You know what that tells you? That person is willing to grow until he becomes an employer. Because there is nobody who is it's only employers who are riding Range Rovers. So you can start by being a boda rider, and you even don't need to have your own boda. You go get somebody who has a boda. He will hire you, you will agree. In the evening, you'll be giving me this money. But you also have to train. That one you have to train. You cannot just come from the village or just from home and be given a boda. It's going to kill you. You need a license. It's just like driving jobs, eh? You need a license. Even this one, you need a license. And for boda, there is variety and wide range of jobs that you can do. Number one, you can be ferrying people. Number two, you can be doing errands. Errands is that person. There are those bodas that have like a small box there at the back. Eh? Those ones are for errands. And they get a lot of money because that person will be told there is this envelope, you take it to Westlands. He will charge. Then from Westlands, you're going to go to Mudhurwa market. There is something you're going to deliver and or pick. Then he picks that one. Then from there, you'll go to Kariakor market and pick some items from there. Then from there, you're going to go to Thika Road. Imagine that person is ever busy during the day. Errands only. Go pick this one, go take this one. Some are even given jobs to go and bank for people, to go and bank checks for people. He's being told, you take this check, you go bank it. Why? Because in Nairobi, there is heavy traffic. And like somebody who is working in an office, or a CEO of an office, he finds it convenient to have a delivery person who delivers and delivers and delivers instead of him doing all those errands. Because it's just banking a check, he'll just go bank it. He's not counting it because the money will be in his account, and then he will transfer that money through internet. So the only person he needs is somebody to go and bank, somebody to cook you. And one of these days, another topic we shall do, it's about errands. Errands, it pays a lot. Let me join it with boda. But let me finish about boda. You can be ferrying people, you can also be doing errands, you can be doing shopping for people. You can even do Uber, Bolt rider. Inaitwa Uber baridi, Bolt rider. You'll make good money. I've seen people start with one start as being employed by somebody who owns a boda. Then he buys his own. Then after that, he has like 4 or 5 bodas. He has employed people. He has become a boss. He's grown from one step to another. An errand company is another thing you can do. You start by you yourself alone. Wewe peke yako. You look for people who need errands to be done. You can even have your own area. I'm an errands person around Thika Road. So if you tell me to go and shop for you, I'll go do that. If you tell me to go do groceries for you, I'll do that. Parcels, I'll deliver. You tell me to go to this person and take this, I'll do that. And then you get paid. And you grow, you start employ, because you cannot cover the whole country or the whole town. You start employing people. So yours is to sit in an office, look for clients who need deliveries, who need people to do errands for them, and then you assign your people. You become a boss automatically. And you did not do that job. You did not require a lot of education, and you do not require a lot of capital. Maybe internet and a small working space. Actually, that is even a job that you can do from home. You can work from home. You don't need to pay rent. You don't need to pay rent for a business premises. Security guard jobs. There are so many security guard companies nowadays. It stopped being the ile masoja ile tu Masai. Nowadays it's security companies. You just take your CV there, you go apply for a job, and they will hire you. Some will even give you some little training, and then you start growing in that job. You see, and most of them, they don't need a lot of requirements. They don't ask for degrees, for diplomas and all that. And in Kenya, we have more than 20 security group companies. Actually, more than 50. So imagine if you have that list and you apply for jobs, you'll get it. As long as you're not lazy and you're willing to be rehabilitated, and you're willing to comply by the guidelines that you'll be given. Hiyo sio kazi ya walevi. Shamba boy jobs, they are there. There are people who nowadays they are doing greenhouses. They are doing large scale farming. Go look for jobs from there. Go and apply. Some even don't have to write an application letter. You just go say, I'm very good at poultry farming. I'm very good at, I can take care of animals. I can take care of poultry. I can farm. I'm good with irrigation systems. I can water plants. And then you're given a job. Yeah. And then you earn a salary. Especially when you get a job where they give you food and accommodation. That's a good startup job. Then you grow in it. At some point, you'll become farm manager, and you learn skills in there. Because, like, if you start by being a shamba boy in a dairy farm, at some point there are skills that you learn, like how to milk, how to take care of animals when they are sick. When the veterinarian comes, you learn how to do what he does. Because most of these farms, they need an in-house veterinarian. And you can go back to school and learn on how to be a veterinarian. But you started from somewhere, and the skills are in your hands. Those skills are in your hands. Poultry farms, you learn on what types of vaccinations they are given, how to feed them, how to take care of them, how to regulate temperatures in their houses. And that is all good. Even pig farms, people are doing large scale pig farming. Go there, look for a job there, you'll get it. Even in your area, you even don't have to go far. You just go at your area, look for people who have those large scale farms, and then you apply for jobs, you look for jobs there. Online jobs, like English teaching jobs, writing jobs. They just require you to have some little knowledge of internet and some good writing skills and good English language literacy. Yeah? Then from there you start. They are found online. There are so many sites for online jobs, especially English teaching jobs. You can teach. Let me tell you, you can teach from your house at Kariobangi, where you live, with a computer or a laptop. You can be teaching children who are in China English, how to speak English, or even in India, or even in Canada, or in France. You can be teaching them languages. You just require some little literacy. You need just some little English. You can speak fluently and you can learn. You can be teaching those children in other countries or even here in Kenya. You can be even coaching children who are in Kenya still from your home through internet. Those are online jobs. There are other online selling jobs that you can be doing. You can sell stuff online. I've seen so many people start up online shops. You just from your home, work from home, you sell items on your laptop, and you get clients and they pay and you deliver. An online shop. You can start that, and it requires just little capital. Then you keep on building your stock and your capital. You keep on building it and making good customer relationships when you're just at your home. Mandazi mwitu, chipu mwitu, samosa mwitu, roadside snacks. I have a friend who started by making mandazi by the roadside. Just by the roadside. In fact, he didn't have a kibandaski, just by the roadside making mandazi. He told me the first time he started with one packet, he only sold a few. And right now, he has opened like joints in the estates, almost 5. And one of the joints, he was telling me that on daily basis he sells 10 bales in one estate in Nairobi. He sells 10 bales of flour in a day. 10 bales, 10 clean bales. And one packet of flour can make around 250 to 300 mandazis. So do your math. So in short, he was telling me, like, once he's deducted all the expenses, every packet of flour gives him at least 200 to 250 Kenya shillings profit. He's paid staff and everything. So one bill of mandazi, it has 12 packets. Do your math, that is 1,200. So if he does 10 bills, that's a profit, clean money, 12,000 shillings in a day. That person is self-employed. He has employed other people. He is even uplifting young men to do that. He'll just place you somewhere, be giving you a salary, teach you how to do that, and then you grow from there. And he started with one packet, and even the first packet of flour, it disappointed him. But right now, through a lot of perseverance, he learned the market. Right now, he's doing so well. So, if you want to start a mandazi selling business, how do you do that? Just a packet of flour, some oil, some eggs, some sugar, and a jiko, and cooking oil, and you're good to go. Cooking oil. Actually, 1,000 shillings, it's enough to start that business. So you don't stay at home, say you're jobless by the roadsides, say begging people for 200, for 100, saying that I'm jobless. You just need to identify a path that you can start. Even chapati, samosas. I've seen people who deliver samosas in fact, they deliver samosas into people's home. They'll bring you a pack, a plastic container full of samosas. They tell you this amount. Others, they will count for you per piece, and then you go and freeze yours, the ones that have not been defried. You can start such an initiative, and it will give you good money. Even chapati. There are people who do chapati deliveries to homes, because nowadays people, they don't have a lot of time to do those pastry things, samosas at home and mandazis. But if you bring them ready-made samosas, it will tell you, I need like 20 pieces. That's enough for me this week. You go deliver, or even 50 pieces. You go deliver. Even some hotels, they don't do their own samosas. They buy from people who deliver. Yeah. You can even start a kibandaski, a roadside kibandaski. or near construction sites. And these jobs are not saying they are for ladies or for men. They can be done by anybody, whether male or female. Okay, start, you see those places where there are construction sites, start a kibandaski. I've seen hotels, there are hotels that have grown from kibandaski to big hotels. Because that person at that time when he was starting, he didn't have capital. So he kept on building his capital through the profits that he was making until it became a big business. Msiseme hakuna kazi. Landscaping jobs. Unahitaji tu jembe, mchanga hata unaenda kuipata. Where you're going to work, you'll find soil there. You'll do quotations to buy manure and grass and flowers. And then you do a nice job at somebody's compound, in a hotel, in an institution. You just give a quotation. They give you a down payment, and then you start doing from there. Even the roadside landscapers, they have positions where they sell flowers. Imagine you grow your own plants, the flowers and the seedlings, they are yours. Then you go get a quotation at somebody's hotel who is building a big hotel. Somebody, he gives you that quotation. You get flowers. You're not sourcing from somebody else. They are your own flowers. The seeds and soil, and those flowers are just seeds and soil and manure and water. You just give them time to grow, and then you go sell them. And then after selling them, you are the one who is going to plant them and take care of them. Landscaping jobs are so good. So good, even for young men. And what I want to tell you is that these jobs I'm talking about, they are not for lazy people. If you are lazy, you just stay at home. Disturb your mom. You keep on waiting for your mom to cook ukali for you. You just go to the shopping center. We call it kambe, na hapo kwa kambi. You go, drink 2 cups of keg. And of course, it's somebody who's going to buy for you those 2 cups. Then in the evening, you go to your mom. You wake your mama to give you ugali. But if you want to break yourself from that bondage, you can start these jobs. You can do these semi-skilled and skilled jobs. Start small. Some of them, they just need you to appear. Imagine, just appear where you need it, and then you start from there. You just need to appear to know where they are, where you can start from. You just appear. Just appearance is enough. A landscaper just needs to appear. Some of them, they even don't go with their tools. The bosses have those tools. They will give you those tools, and then you work. Poultry farming. You can start small. Poultry farming, you start. That is farming jobs. There are so many. It's quite variety. That is pig farming. You can even start with 2 pigs. And 10 years later, you have more than 10,000 pigs. You are supplying Farmers Choice and other companies. But you let it grow. You started small, you fed the pigs, then they gave birth, then you fed the children, they gave birth to more. It kept on growing. But you started somewhere small, and then you grew. Even chicken, you can start even with 2 chicken. And 1 year later, believe me, if you start with 2 chicken, 1 year later, you'll have like 20. But you let it grow. Keep on building it and building it and building it and building it. Sign writing jobs. You see those ones, like there are ones like, let me use the most popular, mganga kutoka Tanzania. Or even nowadays things are becoming more digitalized. You can do, if you have a little knowledge on how to use computers and to do printing. You can do the digital. Nowadays there's the digital sign writing. The digital handwriting and the manual one. The manual one that you just need a brush. Karumindo Hotel. You go write for somebody at his business, Karumindo Hotel, and that person is going to pay you. Mama Njeri's grocery. You go write just a painting brush and paint. You go write for that person what they want and the telephone number there. 50th House Help Bureau, and our number there. Just paint and a signboard and a piece of wood, or a piece of the material that I want, or a piece of metal. I paint it, you paint it, and then you write it. You charge me. I'm going to pay. I'm going to pay you. You go to Mama Njeri's shop, Junction shop. You write for and her number there, so that when her customers come and she's at home, they are going to call you. They are going to call her. Makutano Hotel. Those are jobs that you can do. I have a friend called Dallas. Started from there. Right now, he's doing for corporate companies. You see these ones that you find, the detergent companies. They go, they tell you, we want to paint your building for free. And then they advertise their products there, especially in the rural areas, the rural towns. You will find companies, they'll come, they'll tell you, your building looks a bit, it doesn't look so well. We are going to paint your building on the outside. Of course, on the outside, not in the outside. Then we are going to advertise on your wall. We are going to advertise our products, like detergents. I don't want to name them because I'm not advertising for anybody. Like those detergents, like cooking oils, then a lot of companies, even paint companies. So his work is to do paintings. He usually is paid to paint and to write those adverts. You write them with a painting brush. That is degree. You just learn how to do it by your hands. Remember, I told you, skills is something that you do by your hands, and nobody can get it away from you. Somebody told me, once you learn driving, you can drive in any country. You can drive any type of vehicle. Why? Because nobody can remove it from your hands as long as you're healthy. Massage therapist jobs and spa jobs. Let me call them spa jobs, salon jobs, and all that. Plating people's hair, and it is not for women or for men. You cannot do, anybody can do a massage. I have a friend. He even has his own team. They do mobile massage therapists. They can even come to do. They can even come to do massage on you when you're at home. At your home with your family, you just call them. It's a mobile spa. A mobile spa. They'll come with a nail artist. They'll come with a massage therapist. They'll come with a waxing person. You know what I mean by waxing, a waxing person. And even if you want your hair to be plaited at home, they will come. And they get good money. They get good money. One day, the friend was telling me, like, they have a client. Once they get to their home, they usually go, two of them, the wife and the husband. They are diplomats. Once they go there, they come out with around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. Imagine two people, you've gone, you've appeared, yours is just a small products, and then you work on people, and then you get 15,000 in a day. Imagine. They even don't have a premises. It's just the service that they give people. It's so good. Believe me, it is so good. They give you very good services until you are like, they'll wax you, and even the body, wherever you want to be waxed, they will wax you. They'll make your nails. If you want massage, they'll do that, and then you pay them. And those things, they are per piece. If it is waxing, it's charged separately. If it is massage, separately. If it is nail art, separately. And you guys are just saying that there are no jobs, that you need diplomas and degrees and certificates. No, I disagree. And I'll tell you, some of these big bosses you see, some of them, they cannot even write a good English sentence. They went back to school to enhance themselves. They have corporate companies. Imagine a person who has like 40 or 100 employees, and that person, if you ask him, shule ulifika wapi class 8, Sometimes it's not these papers, it's not the papers, it is here. How you use what is here. Doing hookups. I personally do hookups. I hook up domestic workers to employers. You can specialize in one field. You say, like, you decide this is going to be my field. I'll be doing hookups for this, and you get paid very well for the services. You just need to deliver and to be good to your clients, and then you're good. You can even start a big HR company, human resource company, hooking up people with jobs. You just need to know where to let me tell you, you just need to know the right button to touch. Once you know the right button to touch, you're good to go. You're very good to go. You can even be an artist, a shop. Hey, I even forgot, a musician, an actor. Hey, I am saying a musician and an actor, a content creator. You just create your own content. Like this one I'm creating here. This one I'm creating here. You create you just learn, this is my specific area. This is the one that I'm going to touch. If it is music, you go create good music. And you don't require it. Some people fear, they say creating music you need like 100K. I disagree with you. You just need to move with the musicians. Just move with the musicians. If you want music to be your industry, just move with the musicians. You'll see. You will know. It's very, very easy. It's very easy on how to produce music. You start, there are people who like wanakuuzia uoga. They will tell you like, you see this music video, this video. I spent like 500K with the directors. The blah 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 blah. You just need to sell good. Good. You just need to have good content. Having good content means you have a good video. Yes, you have a good video, and the content is good, and the music, you don't need to go to pay for those big hotels to make video, pay those expensive vixens. Okay, I'm not saying that it's bad to do that, but start small. That is what I mean. Start small. Move with the musicians. You realize you don't need a lot of capital to make good music. You just need good music. It is in you. You just need a microphone and some instruments and a guitar. If somebody plays for you, that you're good to go. Your own creativity. You can be an actor, an actress. You can be creating content on YouTube, and it will pay you well as long as you're consistent and you build it. And those are some of the semi-skilled and I cannot if I want to talk if I talk about all of them, it will take me even a whole day to talk about it. So just go and start from somewhere. Don't say there are no jobs in this country. They are there. There are so many jobs. Don't say I'll stay at home, I'm doomed, I'm poor forever. No, you're not poor. Nobody is poor. As long as your heart is big and your mind can really think and reason, I'm telling you, you're good wherever you are. You don't need to say, now my husband chased me away from my home and I have children, I don't know where to start. Go and start from somewhere and let it grow. If you're fired from your job, don't get stuck there like I don't know if they'll get somebody to employ me and all that. Go start from somewhere and then let it grow. That is it for now. Thank you. And kindly, I even forgot, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Thank you.